Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you a UI UX project I worked on for the dating app Lex, where I upgraded a feature for the app. So the app itself is structured a bit like a queer newspaper from the 1980s, sort of like if I had to compare it to something, it'd be like a Craigslist like post. Uh, but yeah, so you make posts and you can like and respond to them in message. You can react and bookmark to them, and that's how you reach out to other users. So some people are having a little trouble navigating the app, especially that there's no way to sort of see your saved reactions. So if you've reacted to a post, you have to manually save it. Um, you have to manually bookmark it as well as reacting to it if you want to find it later. So people are having a little bit of irritation with going back and finding those. And there's also a few complaints about the layout being a bit confusing or just a little bit irritating to use. So to explore those problems in a little bit further depth, I created some user personas. Roya, Miles, and Elvilda. Roya is looking for a long-term relationship. Miles is very busy and needs to do things in the app fast. And Elvilda is trying to get out in the community and saves a lot of posts and needs to be able to organize them all and go back and find them. So obviously with the current user flow, these folks are having a little bit of trouble. Roya gets frustrated using the reactions because she can't find them again later. So she just gives up on the feature and starts using just the messages. Miles reacts all the time because he's so fast on the go, but he can't go back to find the reactions when he has time to message those people, which is very frustrating for him. And then Elvilda is reacting that they want to do it, they want to go on these events, but they can't find their way back to any of those posts and spend a lot of time scrolling through the app to find them again, which is a little bit irritating. So I made a little bit of a wireframe, and I tested these reactions with some users. So by adding a given reactions tab inside of the bookmark section. However, Lex actually already has a received reaction tab under messages, so there ended up being two instances of reactions, which was confusing for the users I was testing, and they thought there was too many functions under one icon, which was something to work on. So in the final UX and design UI to match the current app, we removed the received reactions tab from the message page altogether, and added a reactions tab to the bookmarks page instead. And to keep from making too many pages, we added a little toggle inside of the reactions tab, so you can switch between given reactions and received reactions to keep that all sort of together, but clearly separated with the color change. And then a little bit of extra just reorganizing was adding the profile into the top left, and the message into the bottom right, whereas previously they had been reversed. Just to make that message icon a bit more easy to just press with your thumb and access easily, whereas you're not really accessing the profile that often. So if you look here, the new reactions given, reaction received page takes a little bit of inspiration from one of the pages already existing within the app, which would be the new post app, which toggles between regular post and misconnection, which just adds a little bit of cohesion and keeps things a bit like familiar within the app. But I did want to keep them separate enough so that if you were on one of those pages, it would be obvious which one you were on, and it wasn't confusing which one you'd ended up on. So that's that. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to go on and show you the prototype in person now. Thank you so much.